Emma stood by her window. Rain fell outside. Her mother's words still cut deep. "No man will ever want you," her mother had said that morning. "Your nose is too big. Your hair is too plain. You bring shame to our family." Emma touched her face. Tears came down her cheeks. She was 23 years old, still not married. In their small town, that meant complete failure. Her sister Jane was beautiful. Jane had many suitors. Rich men came calling. They brought flowers. They wrote poems. But for Emma, nothing. No one came to visit. No one asked her to dance. No one even looked her way. She was the ugly daughter, the family burden, the mistake. "Emma." Her father's voice boomed from downstairs. "Come here, now." She walked down slowly. Her heart felt heavy. What had she done wrong this time? "I have news," her father said. He looked tired, very tired. "Count Marcus needs a wife. He will take you." Her mother gasped. "The scarred count? The one who never leaves his house? That's not marriage, that's punishment." "He pays well," her father said firmly. "We need his money. Emma goes next week. It's decided." Emma's world crashed. Count Marcus. Everyone knew the stories. He lived alone in a big house. He had terrible scars from war. People called him a monster, a beast. Now she would be his wife. "At least she'll be gone," Jane said. She smiled her perfect smile. No more shame for our family. No more ugly daughter to explain. That night, Emma packed her few things. Her hands shook badly. 3 old dresses, her mother's worn books, a small mirror she never used. Nothing special, nothing pretty, just like her. "You brought this on yourself," her mother said. She stood in the doorway, cold as winter. "If you were prettier, we would have choices, but you're not, so you go to the monster." Emma nodded. What could she say? It was true. She was plain. She was unwanted. She was the daughter nobody loved. And now, she would marry a man nobody could look at. The morning came too fast. A black carriage waited outside. Her family didn't hug her. They didn't say they would miss her. They just watched. Emma climbed inside. The doors slammed shut. As they rode away, she looked back one last time. Her home grew smaller. Then it disappeared. She was alone now, completely alone, going to meet her fate. The scarred count, the monster, her future husband. She closed her eyes. Maybe monsters did belong together. Maybe that's what she was too. Not pretty enough. Not good enough. Just wrong. The carriage rolled on, through mud and rain, taking her away from everything she knew, taking her to him, to Count Marcus, to her new life, to whatever came next. Count Marcus stood alone in his dark study. He liked the shadows. The scars hurt less, when no one could see them clearly. 5 years ago, there had been a fire, a terrible fire in the village. 3 children trapped inside a burning building. Everyone stood watching, frozen with fear. But Marcus ran in, without thinking, without caring about danger. He found those children, carried them to safety, saved all 3 lives. But the flames took their payment. A burning beam fell, right across his face. The left side burned, twisted, scarred forever. Now people stared when they saw him, or looked away quickly. Both reactions hurt the same. So he stayed home, in his big empty house, with his books, with his silence. "Sir?" Thomas the butler knocked softly. "About the bride." "Yes, Thomas." "Miss Emma Gray arrives today. Everything is prepared." Marcus touched his scars. A bride, not by choice. Her father owed him money, lots of money. This marriage would clear the debt, his loneliness, for her freedom. "Is the blue room ready for her?" "Yes, sir. Fresh flowers, clean linens, everything a lady needs." Marcus nodded. He knew the truth. No woman would choose him, not with his ruined face, not with these terrible scars. But Emma had no choice, just like him. He had seen her once, at the village market. She was helping an old woman, carrying heavy bags, smiling so kindly. Other people walked right past the old woman, but not Emma. She stopped. She cared. She helped. Her family called her ugly. He had heard their cruel words. But Marcus saw something different. He saw kindness. He saw warmth. He saw a good heart. Things more rare than beauty, much more precious than a pretty face. "Sir," Thomas waited. "Will you meet her at the door?" When does she arrive? Marcus shook his head. No, let her settle first. This is hard enough for her. She needs time. Thomas left quietly. Marcus sat back in his chair. He thought about his life. Before the fire, women had liked him. His face was handsome then. But was that real love? Or just surface attraction? Now he would know the truth. Emma couldn't love his looks. He had none left. But maybe, just maybe, they could find something else. Something deeper. Something real and lasting. He picked up his book. Poetry. He loved words. They didn't judge. They didn't stare. They didn't care about scars. They just were. Outside, wheels crunched on gravel. She was here. Emma Gray, the woman her family called ugly, his bride, his future. He didn't move from his chair. Let her have time. Let her rest. Let her adjust to this new place. Tomorrow would be soon enough. Tomorrow they would meet. Two people the world had rejected, coming together. Maybe that was right. Maybe broken people could build something whole, something beautiful, something true. Emma woke up confused. The bed was too soft. The room is too large. Then she remembered Count Marcus, his house, her new prison. A young maid knocked gently. "Miss Emma, breakfast is ready. The Count is waiting." Emma dressed quickly, her best dress. Still plain, still simple, but clean at least. Her hands shook as she followed the maid, down long hallways, past beautiful paintings. Everything here was lovely, everything except her. The dining room was enormous. One man sat at the far end. He stood when she entered. Emma's breath caught in her throat. His scars were real, the left side of his face, burned and twisted. But his eyes were kind, warm brown, like autumn leaves. "Miss Gray," he said. His voice was gentle, soft. "Please, sit wherever you like. Are you hungry?" Emma sat carefully, her hands still shaking. She waited for disgust in his eyes, for anger, for something cruel. But he just poured her tea. Like this was normal. Like she was normal. "Did you sleep well? Is your room comfortable?" "Yes, thank you." Her voice came out small, scared. "Good. Thomas makes excellent breakfast. Please, eat whatever you like." They ate in quiet. He didn't stare at her, didn't judge her plain face, just ate his eggs, read his newspaper. When was the last time someone was simply kind to her? "I should explain something," he said, setting down his cup carefully. "You have your own rooms, your own space. I won't bother you. You're safe here."
Emma looked up, confused. "But we're supposed to be married, aren't we?"
"On paper, yes, but you didn't choose this. Neither did I. So we'll just be kind to each other. That's enough." Kind. When had anyone used that word with her? When had anyone promised kindness? "I don't understand." He almost smiled. "You're not a prisoner here, Emma. This is your home now. Go where you want. Do what you want. I only ask, join me for dinner, if you'd like to. No pressure." "That's all? Just dinner?" "That's all." Emma felt tears starting. "But you paid for me. My father's debt. I belong to you now." His face changed. Became sad somehow. "No, Emma. No one owns anyone. Your father's debt is paid, but you're free here. Free to be yourself." "Myself?" She laughed. It sounded bitter, empty. "You don't know me. I'm ugly. I'm useless. My whole family said so, every day." "Your family was wrong." The words hung in the air. Simple, clear, strong. Emma stared at him. No one had ever said that ever. No one had ever defended her. "How do you know that? You just met me." He stood slowly, walked to the tall window. "Because, Emma, I know cruel words. I know how they cut, how they leave scars. Not just on the outside." He touched his damaged face, but deep inside too. Emma watched this strange, scarred man, speaking truth, offering kindness. "People look at my face," he continued. "They see a monster, but I'm still just Marcus, same person as before, just marked now, changed on the outside." "Does it hurt? The scars?" "Sometimes, but less now. Time helps. Acceptance helps." "And being alone? Does that hurt?" He turned to face her. "I wasn't really alone. I had my books, my garden, my peace, but company would be nice. Real company, if you'd like that. Company, not ownership, not duty, not obligation, Just simple human company. I think I'd like that very much, Emma said. The words surprised her, but they felt true, honest. Then welcome home, Emma. Welcome to your new life. Home. Such a strange word. But maybe it could be true. With this scarred, kind man, in this big, quiet house. Maybe she could find something here. Not love, perhaps. That seemed impossible. But peace, safety, kindness. And right now, that felt like enough. More than enough. Days became routine. Good routine. Better than anything Emma had known. She woke each morning without dread. Had breakfast with Marcus. Real conversation. Then, complete freedom. The first week, she explored everywhere. The house was massive. 20 rooms, a huge library, a music room with a piano. Gardens everywhere you looked, and the staff, they actually smiled at her. "Good morning, Miss Emma," they said. Every single day, like she mattered, like she belonged here. Marcus kept every promise. He didn't push, didn't demand anything. Just shared quiet meals, gentle conversation, simple human kindness. "What do you enjoy, Emma?" he asked one morning. "What brings you happiness?" Emma thought carefully. "Books. I love stories. But at home, reading was wasteful, not for ugly girls like me." His jaw tightened. "Then read. The library is completely yours. Every book, every story. Read whatever you want." "Really? All of them?" "Every single one." So she read. For hours every day. Stories of adventure, romance, faraway places, magic and mystery. Marcus often joined her, reading his own books, sharing the peaceful quiet. "This one's really good," she would say, holding up a novel. "Ah, yes, the pirate story. The ending will surprise you." They would smile, small smiles, but completely real. Mrs. Cook taught her recipes. "You have good hands, dear," Cook said. "Gentle hands. Food knows when someone cares." Emma learned to make bread, soup, simple dishes, but somehow hers tasted different. Better, even Marcus noticed. "This soup is absolutely excellent. I made it myself," Emma said, feeling proud. Actually proud. "Cook helped me. You made this. It's the best I've ever had." She glowed, actually glowed inside. When had anyone ever praised her cooking? Her anything? The old gardener showed her his flowers. "Each one is different," he explained. "Just like people, all beautiful in their own special way." Emma touched a rose. Not perfect. Some petals were torn, but still reaching for sunlight. Still blooming. "Can I help? In the garden?" "Of course, miss. These old hands need rest. Young hands keep gardens truly alive." So she gardened too, dirt under her fingernails. Sun warming her face, growing things, creating beauty. Who knew she had this gift? Evenings became her favorite time. Dinner with Marcus. Then the sitting room. Fire crackling warmly. Him reading stories aloud. His voice was wonderful, deep, warm, safe. "Another chapter?" he would ask. "Please, I love this story." Adventures filled the quiet space. Mysteries, romance. Sometimes they discussed the plots, debated different endings, laughed at silly characters. Real laughter, not forced, not fake, but genuine and free. "Emma," one evening he paused. "Are you happy here? Really happy?" She considered the question. Was she happy? Her family never asked, never cared about her feelings. But here? "Yes, I think. Yes, I really am." "Good. That makes me very happy too." His smile was crooked. The scars pulled at his mouth. But it was beautiful to her, because it was honest, real, meant for her. Weeks passed this way. Cooking, gardening, reading, talking, simple life, but somehow full, fuller than anything before. No cruel words, no constant comparisons, no daily shame. Just acceptance, space to breathe, room to grow into herself. "You're changing, Emma," Marcus said one afternoon. They walked through the garden together. "You seem lighter somehow." "Lighter?" "Like a heavy weight lifted off you. You smile more. Real smiles. You stand straighter. Speak up more." Emma touched a blooming flower. "No one calls me ugly here. No one compares me to Jane. I forgot what that felt like, being just me." "You were never ugly, Emma." His voice was firm, strong. Never. Whatever they said to you was completely wrong. She looked at him then. Really looked. Past the scars. To the man underneath. The kind, quiet man who read her stories, who poured her tea, who gave her freedom, who truly saw her. Thank you, Marcus. For what? For this. All of this. For seeing me. The real me. He stopped walking, turned to face her completely. Emma, I should thank you. This house was so empty, just me and old memories. But now, it's alive again. You brought life back here. I just cook soup, plant flowers. No, you bring warmth, joy, laughter, things I forgot could exist. They stood there quietly, in the beautiful garden. Two broken people, finding wholeness, finding peace, finding hope, together. It wasn't love yet, not romantic love, but it was something precious, something growing, something real. Like the flowers around them, reaching toward light, finding their way. Emma discovered something amazing. She was actually smart, really smart. Not just for an ugly girl, but truly clever. Marcus had business ledgers, account books, numbers everywhere. One morning, she found serious mistakes, big ones that could cost lots of money. Marcus. She knocked on his study door. These numbers, they're completely wrong. He looked where she pointed. His eyes went wide. You're absolutely right. How did you catch that? I've stared at these books for hours. I just looked carefully. The patterns don't match up. See here and over here? The totals are off. I missed it completely. He seemed genuinely amazed. You understand business numbers. Father never let me learn, said math wasn't for women. But I watched. I listened. I figured it out myself. Would you help me? With all the account books? I could really use someone with your eye. Really? You'd trust me with that? Emma, you just saved me hundreds of pounds. Yes, I completely trust you. So she helped every morning, numbers and ledgers, finding errors, fixing problems. She was naturally good at it, very good. You have a real gift, Marcus told her. A genuine talent for this. Emma beamed with pride. A gift. Her, the ugly daughter nobody wanted, actually had a valuable gift. Word spread somehow. The village baker needed help. His books were a complete mess. Emma fixed them perfectly. Then the blacksmith asked. The seamstress. Soon half the town wanted her help. Miss Emma is so clever, people said. She sees things others miss, fixes what's broken. Not ugly Emma anymore. Not poor Emma, but clever Emma. Smart Emma. Helpful Emma. It felt absolutely amazing. Her cooking improved dramatically too. Not just good now, but truly special. She experimented with flavors, tried new combinations, made ordinary food taste extraordinary. This is incredible, Marcus said. Every single meal. Where did you learn to cook like this? I didn't really learn it. I just feel it somehow. What goes together, what makes sense, what tastes right. The kitchen staff agreed completely. They asked for her recipes, wanted to know her secrets, but Emma just smiled. No real secrets, just care. Just joy in creating something beautiful. Her garden flourished too, not in perfect neat rows, but wild natural beauty. Colors mixing, heights varying, alive and vibrant and real. It's pure art, the old gardener said. You paint pictures with living plants. Art. Her work called art. Who would ever believe it? But the best change of all was confidence. Real confidence growing inside her. Not pretend, not forced, but deep and true and lasting. She spoke up now, in town, at the market. That price is too high for this quality. This fabric has obvious flaws. Your scales need proper adjusting. People actually listened, really listened, to her words, her ideas, her opinions. They respected what she said. You're so different now, Emma, Marcus observed one evening. Stronger, more sure of yourself. It's wonderful to see. I feel different inside, she admitted. Like I'm becoming someone new. Does that make sense to you? Perfect sense. You're becoming your true self, the real Emma, not what they told you to be, but who you actually are. And who am I really? He smiled, that beautiful crooked smile. You're brilliant, Emma, and kind, and talented, and truly beautiful. Beautiful? She laughed softly. My nose is still too big. My hair is still plain brown. Beauty isn't just faces, Emma. It's spirit. It's soul. It's the light someone brings to the world. And you absolutely shine. She felt tears coming. Good healing tears. 23 years of cruel words, washing away slowly, being replaced by truth, by real sight, by him. You really see me. I see you completely. And you, do you feel seen by me? Is breath caught by you? Yes, you see past these scars, to the real me underneath. Then we see each other. Yes, Emma, we truly do. They sat quietly together, fire crackling, books surrounding them, garden visible beyond windows, a life carefully built, a self finally found. Together, Emma thought about home, mother's harsh words, Jane's cruel smiles, father's obvious shame. They seemed distant now, like old bad dreams, fading away. This was real, this growth, this becoming, this life where she mattered, where her gifts were valued, where she was enough, more than enough. Brilliant Emma, kind Emma, talented Emma, beautiful Emma. She loved the sound. She loved the truth. She loved herself. Finally, completely, truly, the storm came without warning. Rain pounded the windows. Thunder crashed overhead. Emma found Marcus in the library. He sat perfectly still, too still. Bad dreams again? She asked gently. He nodded slowly. The fire sometimes at night. I'm back there in those flames. She sat beside him, closer than usual, much closer. Tell me about it, if you want to share. 3 children trapped upstairs. Everyone just watched, frozen with fear, but I couldn't let them burn. I couldn't just stand there. So you ran inside? Without even thinking, found all 3 of them, got them safely out. But then a burning beam fell right across my face. He touched his scars. Worth every bit of pain, though. They all lived. You're a true hero, Marcus. Heroes don't hide away. I've been hiding. No, you've been healing. That's completely different. He looked at her. Really looked. How did you become so wise, Emma? Pain teaches us, if we let it. She paused. Want to hear about my pain? If you'll trust me with it. Emma breathed deeply. Jane got everything good. Pretty Jane. Perfect Jane. I got the leftovers. Worn out dresses, cold food, back corner rooms. That's beyond cruel, Mother said. I earned it. Said ugly girls should be grateful for any scraps they get. Marcus's hands clenched. That's not true. None of that was ever true. She made me believe it, though. For years and years, that I was worthless, that I deserved nothing, that nobody could ever love something like me. Emma, his voice broke. But here, with you, I'm learning differently. I'm learning that maybe, just maybe, I have value, real value. You have incredible value, more than you know. She turned to face him fully. And you're learning too, that scars don't make monsters, that hiding isn't the same as healing. We're both learning then. Yes, together. The storm grew stronger outside, but inside felt warm, safe, protected. They sat close together, sharing truths, sharing pain, sharing hope. Marcus, Emma's voice was soft. I need to tell you something. These past months, living here, being with you, I've felt things, new things. His breath caught. What kind of things? When you smile at me, my heart races. When you read to me, I feel peace I've never known. When you're gone to town, I miss you terribly. Emma, I think I'm falling in love with you. I know that's foolish. I know you probably can't feel the same. But I needed to say it, to be honest. He was quiet for a long moment. She felt panic rising. Had she ruined everything? Then he spoke. His voice was rough with emotion. Foolish? Emma, I've been in love with you for weeks, maybe months, but I never dared hope. Really, you're everything good in this world. Everything pure and kind and beautiful. How could I not love you? Even with my plain face? Especially with your beautiful face, your beautiful heart, your beautiful soul. He reached for her hand. She didn't pull away. Their fingers intertwined. Perfect fit. I was so afraid, she whispered. Of what? That this was all pretend. That you were just being kind. That someone like you could never really love someone like me. Emma, look at me. She met his eyes, brown and warm, and completely honest. I love you, not because I have to, not out of duty, but because you're you, because you brought light back into my dark world, because you see me as a man, not a monster. And I love you because you saw me as beautiful when no one else could, because you gave me space to grow, because you showed me who I really am. The thunder crashed again, but they barely heard it. They were lost in each other, in this moment, in this perfect truth. What happens now? Emma asked. Now we build a life together. A real marriage, based on love, on choice, on seeing each other truly. I'd like that very much. He lifted her hand, kissed it gently. Then that's what we'll do, together, always together. The storm passed eventually, but they stayed close, planning their future, sharing dreams, two hearts that had found each other, two souls that had found home. Love, real love, true love. At last, 3 months later, Emma's confidence had grown strong. She managed Marcus's accounts perfectly. Her cooking was famous throughout the village. Her garden was the talk of the county. But her past wasn't finished with her yet. Miss Emma, Thomas announced one morning, your family is here. They wish to see you. Emma's blood turned cold. Her family? Here? Why? She found them in the main parlor, mother, father, Jane, all dressed in their finest clothes, all staring around the rich house with obvious greed. Emma dear, her mother said, false sweetness dripping. You look different. Hello, mother. Jane laughed. That cruel laugh Emma remembered so well. Look at you, playing lady of the manor. Do you really think this will last? What do you want? Emma asked, standing straighter than before. We've come to visit, father said, to see how our daughter is doing, to meet the count. Marcus appeared in the doorway. Emma felt immediate relief. He was here. She wasn't alone. Count Marcus, mother simpered. Such an honor. We're Emma's loving family. Marcus nodded coolly. I've heard about you, all about you. Jane stepped forward, beautiful as always, confident as always. My lord, I'm Jane, Emma's sister, her prettier sister. She smiled that perfect smile. The one that had stolen everything from Emma. Men, attention, love. But Marcus didn't react, didn't even blink. I see no beauty here, he said quietly. Only cruelty. Jane's face flushed red. Excuse me. You heard correctly. True beauty comes from kindness, from love, from character. Things you clearly lack. How dare you? Mother stepped forward. Jane is the most beautiful girl in the county. Perhaps on the surface, Marcus replied. But Emma is beautiful inside and out. Where it actually matters. Emma felt strength flowing through her. He was defending her, protecting her, seeing her worth. This is ridiculous, father snapped. Emma has always been the plain one, the difficult one. We did you a favor taking her off our hands. No, Emma said, her voice clear and strong. You did me the favor by sending me here to a man who sees my worth, who values my mind, who loves my heart. Love? Jane laughed harshly. Look at his face, Emma. Those terrible scars. Is that really the best you can do? Emma stepped forward. No fear now, no shame, only truth. I'll tell you what I see, Jane. I see a man who saves children from fires, who reads me poetry, who makes me laugh, who helped me discover I'm brilliant at numbers, who showed me I can cook amazing food, who taught me I have gifts, real gifts. She turned to her mother. And you told me I was ugly, worthless, a burden, but you were wrong about everything. Emma. Mother's voice was warning, threatening. No, I'm not finished. You made me believe I deserved nothing, that I should be grateful for scraps. But Marcus showed me the truth. I deserve love. I deserve respect. I deserve happiness. Father's face was red with anger. You ungrateful girl. We raised you, fed you, clothed you. You tolerated me, Emma corrected. You made me feel like a mistake, like something to be ashamed of. But I'm not ashamed anymore. I'm proud of who I am, proud of what I've become. Marcus stepped beside her, took her hand. Emma is the most remarkable woman I've ever known. She's intelligent, talented, kind, beautiful, everything I could ever want in a wife. Wife? Jane's eyes narrowed. You mean you actually married this wonderful woman? Yes, by choice, with joy, with love. The room fell silent. Emma's family stared, shocked. Their ugly daughter, loved, wanted, valued. "We want money," father finally said, blunt and ugly. "You're rich now, Emma. You owe us." "I owe you nothing," Emma replied. "You sold me to pay your debts. Transaction complete." "You little," mother started forward. "That's enough," Marcus said, his voice like steel. "You will leave now. You will not contact Emma again. You will not spread lies about her. You are no longer welcome here." "You can't," father began. "I can, and I will. Security will escort you out. Don't return." As they were led away, Jane turned back, venom in her eyes. "This won't last, Emma. When he gets tired of your plain face, where will you go then?" Emma smiled, calm and sure. "He loves my heart, Jane. That doesn't change. That doesn't fade. That's forever." After they left, Emma collapsed into Marcus's arms, shaking, but not from fear, from relief, from freedom. "They can't hurt me anymore," she whispered. "I won't let them." "Never again," Marcus promised. "Never again." She had faced them, stood up to them, told them the truth, and survived. More than survived. She had won. The ugly daughter had become the beloved wife, the brilliant woman, the confident lady, and they could never take that away. Never again. 6 months later, everything had changed. Emma walked through the village market with her head held high. People smiled when they saw her, genuinely smiled. "Good morning, Lady Emma," the baker called. "Will you check my books this week? You always find what I miss." "Of course, Mr. Patterson. Thursday morning." "Perfect. Thank you." The seamstress waved from her shop. "Lady Emma, the dress you ordered is ready. The blue silk, it's beautiful." Emma had ordered new dresses, pretty ones, that fit properly, that made her feel lovely. Because she was lovely, she knew that now. At the flower seller's stall, old Mrs. Henderson beamed. "Your garden is the wonder of the county, my dear. Everyone talks about it. Pure magic, what you've done." "Thank you. I love working with the flowers." "It shows, dear. It truly shows." As Emma walked, she noticed the change. People respected her, valued her opinion, sought her help. The ugly daughter had become someone important, someone worthy. At the church social that evening, she and Marcus entered together. He wore his finest coat. She wore her new blue dress. They looked like what they were, a loving couple, a true partnership. "Count Marcus, Lady Emma," the vicar greeted them warmly. "So good to see you both." Other couples approached, wanting to talk, to include them, to be their friends. Emma remembered the old days, standing alone at these events, invisible, unwanted. "Not anymore, Lady Emma," Mrs. Worthington said. "I heard you helped the Morrison farm with their accounts, saved them from bankruptcy." "Just some number corrections," Emma replied modestly. "Don't be humble," Marcus said proudly. "Emma has the finest business mind in 3 counties. She's saved half the village money." "And your cooking," added Mrs. Fletcher. "That soup recipe you shared, my husband says it's the best he's ever tasted." "The garden party next week," Mrs. Worthington continued. "We're hoping you'll bring those amazing fruit tarts, and maybe share the recipe." Mrs. Fletcher asked hopefully. Emma laughed, real laughter, free and joyful. "Of course, I'd be happy to." They wanted her recipes, her advice, her friendship, her, the real her. Later that evening, at home, Emma sat at her dressing table, Marcus behind her, brushing her long brown hair, simple hair, but he loved it. "Do you know how proud I am of you?" he asked, "watching you tonight, seeing how everyone respects you, loves you. It feels like a dream sometimes." Emma admitted that this is really my life, that I'm really worthy of it. "You're worthy of everything good, Emma, everything beautiful. You always were. The world just needed to catch up." She turned to face him, this wonderful scarred man, who had seen her worth, who had loved her truly, who had saved her from herself. "I love you, Marcus, more than I ever thought possible. And I love you, my brilliant, beautiful, amazing wife." He kissed her gently, sweetly. The kiss of 2 people who had found each other, who had chosen each other, who belonged together. "What are you thinking about?" he asked. "My old life, how different everything is now. How wrong they all were about me. And how do you feel about that?" Emma smiled, confident and sure. I feel grateful that I escaped, that I found you, that I found myself. I feel sorry for them, living with so much hate, so much blindness. No anger? Not anymore. Anger would just hurt me, and I'm done hurting. Done being small, done hiding. She stood up, walked to their window, looked out at her garden, moonlight on the flowers she had planted, beauty she had created. I'm Emma Gray. No, Emma, Countess of Westmere. I'm intelligent. I'm talented. I'm kind. I'm loved. I'm beautiful, inside and out. Yes, you are, Marcus said, standing behind her, arms around her waist. All of that and more. And tomorrow? Tomorrow we keep building, keep growing, keep loving, keep being happy. Together. Always together. She leaned back against him, safe, secure, complete. The ugly daughter was gone. In her place stood a confident woman, a beloved wife, a respected member of society, someone who knew her worth, someone who demanded respect, someone who would never, ever let anyone make her feel small again. The transformation was complete, and it was permanent. Forever? 1 year later, Emma stood in that same window where her story began. But everything was different now. She was different now. The morning sun shone on her garden, her beautiful creation. Visitors came from neighboring counties just to see it, to learn from her, the ugly girl who had become the most admired lady in the region. Good morning, my love, Marcus said, wrapping his arms around her. Same ritual, every morning for the past year. Good morning, husband, she replied, turning in his arms, still amazed, still grateful that this was her life now. What are you thinking about? A year ago today, I arrived here, terrified, broken, convinced I was worthless. And now? She smiled, that bright, confident smile that had replaced her old, fearful expression. Now I know better. Now I know my worth. Now I know what real love looks like. Their butler, Thomas, knocked. My lord, my lady. The Morning Post. Among the letters, one stood out, Emma's old address. Her heart didn't race anymore. She wasn't afraid anymore. From home, she said simply. Do you want to read it? Emma opened it calmly, read silently, then laughed. Actually laughed. What does it say? Jane is still unmarried, 25 now. The beauty is fading. Mother is worried. Father's business is failing. They want to visit again, want help. And? Emma walked to the fireplace, tossed the letter into the flames, watched it burn. And nothing. That life is over. This is my life now. No regrets? Only one, that it took me so long to see the truth, about them, about me, about what I deserved. Marcus kissed her forehead, gentle and loving. You see it now. That's what matters. Mrs. Emma, their cook called. The ladies are here for the cooking lesson. Emma had started teaching, sharing her gifts, her recipes, her garden knowledge, her business skills. Women came from everywhere to learn. Coming, she called back. Then to Marcus. The Worthington girls want to learn bread making, and Mrs. Fletcher is bringing her account books. My brilliant wife, teacher, advisor, garden artist, business expert. Don't forget, lover, Emma said with a mischievous smile. Never. Marcus grinned. How could I forget that? They kissed, deep and sweet. The kiss of two people completely in love, completely committed, completely happy. Later that afternoon, Emma worked in her garden, teaching young ladies how to plant, how to nurture growth, how to create beauty. Lady Emma, one asked, were you always this confident? Are you sure of yourself? Emma paused, looked at the eager young faces. No, dear. Once I believed I was worthless, ugly, unlovable. What changed? I learned the truth. That beauty comes from inside. That worth isn't about appearance. That love sees the heart, not just the face. But how did you learn that? Someone saw me truly, loved me truly, helped me see myself truly, and I chose to believe the truth instead of the lies. That evening, the annual village festival, Emma and Marcus walked together, hand in hand, the most admired couple in attendance. Remember last year? Marcus asked. You were so nervous, so scared. I thought everyone was judging me, mocking me, waiting for me to fail. And now? Emma looked around, at the people who waved, who smiled, who genuinely cared about her. Now I know they're cheering for me, proud of me, happy for our happiness. The mayor approached. Count Marcus, Lady Emma, we have an announcement. The crowd gathered. Emma felt curious, not anxious. She belonged here now. This year's award for outstanding service to our community goes to Lady Emma for her business advice that saved 17 families from debt, her cooking classes that fed the poor, her garden that brings beauty to us all, and her example of grace and kindness. Applause erupted, loud and genuine. Emma felt tears, happy tears, grateful tears. Speech, someone called speech. A year ago, Emma would have hidden, run away, been too ashamed to speak. Today, she stepped forward, confident and proud. Thank you, all of you, for accepting me, for letting me serve, for showing me that home isn't where you're born, but where you're valued, where you're loved, where you can grow into who you're meant to be. More applause, louder now. These people loved her, really loved her, not despite her plain looks, but because of her beautiful heart. That night, at home, Emma sat at her writing desk, writing in her journal, recording her thoughts, her growth, her journey. Dear Diary, today marks exactly 1 year. 1 year since I believed I was the ugly daughter, the unwanted burden, the family shame. Today I received an award for service, for kindness, for making a difference. I am no longer the broken girl who arrived here in tears. I am Emma, Countess of Westmere, beloved wife, respected member of society, teacher, helper, friend. I have learned that beauty is not skin deep, that love is not about perfection, that worth is not about appearance. I have learned that I was never ugly. I was just surrounded by blind people, people who couldn't see past surfaces. To souls, Marcus saw me, truly saw me, and in his eyes, I found myself. Tomorrow brings new adventures, new ways to serve, new opportunities to grow. But tonight, I am simply grateful for second chances, for true love, for becoming who I was always meant to be. The beautiful Emma, inside and out, forever and always. She closed the journal, turned off the lamp, went to bed beside her beloved husband. Outside, her garden slept under starlight, growing, blooming, reaching toward tomorrow's sun. Just like her, just like her heart, just like her love, forever. Anna stood in the corner of the cold parlor. Her hands shook as she waited. Mother's sharp voice cut through the morning air like a blade. Look at you, Mother said. Her eyes were ice. That scar ruins everything. No man wants damaged goods. Anna's fingers found her cheek. The burn mark was old now, 5 years old. But Mother saw it every single day. Father just looked away. He always looked away. The fire had been an accident. Anna was just 12. Helping in the kitchen, the pot fell. Hot oil splashed. She screamed. No one came fast enough. Now, she paid for it. Every day, every cruel word. Pack your things, Mother ordered. Her voice was final. You leave tomorrow. Anna's heart dropped to her stomach. Where? Where will I go? The Duke needs a nurse. Mother continued. She didn't look at Anna, never looked at her anymore. He was hurt in the war, half his face is gone. Perfect match for you. Her sister Emma laughed from the doorway. Pretty Emma. Perfect Emma. The golden child who got everything Anna never could. At least she'll be useful for once, Emma said. Her voice was sweet poison. Finally, Anna felt tears sting her eyes. Good she wouldn't cry. Not here, not in front of them. That night, Anna packed her few things. 3 plain dresses, her healing books, the herbs she grew in secret behind the stables. She was good at healing. It was the only thing she had left. The books came from the old castle cook, before the fire, before everything changed. Cook had taught her about plants, about medicine, about helping people hurt. Knowledge is power, child, Cook used to say. No one can take it from you. Anna hoped that was true. Morning came too fast. The hired carriage waited outside. Dark wood, plain horses, nothing fancy for the unwanted daughter. Mother didn't say goodbye, didn't even look up from her breakfast. Father gave Anna a small bag of coins. Just a few. Do your duty, he said. His voice was empty, nothing more. That was all. 20 years of life, dismissed with 4 words. The road stretched long and dusty ahead. Anna watched familiar fields disappear. Each mile took her further from everything she knew. Maybe that was good. Maybe far away would hurt less. The driver spoke only once. His voice was gruff but kind. The Duke lives alone now, he said. Sends all the servants away. You're brave to go there, miss. Brave? Anna almost laughed. She wasn't brave. She had no choice. Damaged goods sent to a damaged man. Mother had made that very clear. Hours passed. The sun climbed high, then started falling. The countryside changed. Wilder now. Lawn. Finally, through evening fog, a manor appeared. It looked dark against the gray sky. Empty. Forgotten. Like her future felt. Anna stepped down from the carriage. Her single bag felt light in her hands. Her heart felt heavy in her chest. The massive front door loomed ahead, like a mouth ready to swallow her whole. She knocked once, twice. Her knuckles barely made a sound on the thick wood. Silence stretched long. Then, footsteps. Slow ones. Careful. The door opened just a crack. A shadow filled the space. "You're the nurse?" the deep voice asked. Strong but tired. "Yes, sir. I'm Anna. Come in, quickly." She stepped into darkness. The hallway stretched wide and empty. Dust covered everything. Furniture stood like ghosts under white sheets. No warmth here. No welcome either. This was her punishment. For being ugly. For being scarred. For not being Emma. For existing at all. But Anna lifted her chin. She knew herbs. She knew healing. She would do her job well. She would survive this too. She always had before. The Duke stayed in the shadows. She couldn't see his face clearly. Just his shape. Tall. Broad shoulders. Moving like he was hurt. "Your room is upstairs," he said. "Third door on the left. We start tomorrow." That was all. He turned and walked away. Left her standing alone in the dusty hall. Alone with her bag. Alone with her fear. Anna climbed the wooden stairs. Each step echoed in the empty house. The third door opened easily. Inside was simple but clean. A narrow bed. A small desk. One window looking out at Wild Garden. She unpacked slowly. Hung her 3 dresses in the wardrobe. Set her herb jars on the desk. Placed her precious books carefully on the shelf. Tomorrow she would meet him properly. See his wounds. Begin her real work. Earn her keep in the strange, silent house. Tonight, she sat by the window. The moon was full and bright. She touched her scar again. The raised skin felt warm under her finger. "Damaged goods," she whispered to the empty room. But even damaged things had purpose. Even broken people could heal others. She would prove that here. She had to. The manor was quiet around her. Too quiet. But Anna was used to silence. Used to being alone. Used to being unwanted. Tomorrow would come. Whether she was ready or not. And she would be ready. She always was. Precious. Morning light crept through Anna's small window. She woke early, as always, dressed quickly in her plainest dress. Brown wool, high neck, long sleeves. Hair pulled back tight, ready to work. The kitchen was empty, but surprisingly clean. Someone had kept it ready for use. Anna found what she needed. Made simple porridge. Brewed tea with healing herbs from her own supply. Chamomile for calm. Willow bark for pain. A touch of mint for clarity. Footsteps echoed in the hall. Slow, careful, deliberate. He was coming. "You're up early," the Duke said from the doorway. He still stood in shadow. Always shadow. Like he was hiding from the light itself. "I made breakfast," Anna said. Her voice was steady, calm. "You need strength to heal properly." A long pause. Then quietly, "Thank you." He moved to the simple wooden table. Sat down carefully. Like movement hurt. The morning light caught him then. Anna saw everything. The left side was perfect. Strong jaw covered in dark stubble. Rich brown hair. One kind, intelligent eye. But the right side, burns. Deep, angry scars. From temple to chin. The eye was gone entirely. Anna didn't gasp. Didn't stare. Didn't flinch. She'd seen worse in her healing work. Much worse. She poured his tea with steady hands. Set it before him. No pity in her movements. No judgment in her face. "You're not afraid," he said. It wasn't a question. Should I be? Most people are. Most people run. Anna sat across from him. Met his good eye directly. "I'm not most people." Something flickered in his expression. Surprise, maybe. Or hope. "I'm Marcus," he said after a moment. "Duke Marcus Gray. Anna Hill. Your nurse." They ate in comfortable silence. The porridge was warm. The tea is soothing. Outside, birds began their morning songs. "The war?" Anna asked gently. "Fire," Marcus said. Short words. Old pain. Saving my men from a burning building. How long ago? 2 years. 2 very long years. Anna nodded. She understood time. How it moved like thick honey when you carried pain everywhere. The healers in London gave up, Marcus continued. His voice was bitter. Said nothing more could be done. That I should accept it. Healers give up too easily, Anna said firmly. Skin can still improve. Pain can lessen. Scars can fade. I know ways the fancy doctors don't. He looked at her then, really looked. His good eye studied her face. Found her own scar running down her left cheek. You know pain too, he said softly. Kitchen fire when I was 12. Simple truth. No self-pity. No drama. Yet you choose to heal others. Because of it. Not despite it. Something shifted in the room then. In his face. In the air between them. Understanding. Maybe. Or recognition. 2 wounded souls finding each other. Why did you really come here? Marcus asked. The truth, please. Anna set down her teacup. My mother sent me away. Said we were a perfect match. 2 damaged people who deserved each other. That's harsh. But honest. I prefer honest to pretty lies. Marcus stood slowly, walked to the tall window. Morning light showed more scars on his neck, his hands, evidence of a hero's choices. I sent all the servants away months ago, he said quietly. Couldn't bear their looks, their whispers, their pity. I don't whisper, Anna said simply. No, you don't. He turned back to face her. I only agreed to this arrangement for my mother's sake. She worries. Wants me to have someone here in case. In case of what? In case I do something foolish. Anna understood. The darkness he carried. The weight of being unwanted, unloved, alone. And what do you want? She asked. Marcus was quiet for a long moment. I wanted to be left alone. To fade away quietly. To disappear. But, he looked at her again. Really looked. But maybe alone isn't the only answer anymore. Anna stood and began clearing the dishes. Efficient movements. No wasted motion. No judgment in her actions. We can start treatment today, she said. If you're ready. What will you do? Help you heal. Outside and inside. If you'll let me try. Marcus watched her work. She moved with purpose. With skill. No pity in her touch when she handled his cup. No fear in her eyes when she looked at him. You're different from what I expected, he said. So are you. How do you know? Anna smiled just a little. The first real smile she'd worn in years. You saved your men from that fire. That tells me everything I need to know about who you are. He was quiet then, but his shoulders relaxed slightly. The tension eased from his face. There's a room down the hall, he said finally. 3rd door on the right. That's where I spend my days. Come when you're ready. He left then, but the kitchen felt warmer somehow. The shadows seemed less dark. Anna washed the dishes in hot water, organized her healing supplies, prepared for the real work to begin. Today would start something new. She could feel it in her bones. 2 damaged people thrown together by cruel families and bitter circumstances. But maybe that was exactly what they both needed. Then, Anna knocked softly on the 3rd door. May I come in? Enter. The room surprised her completely. Books lined every wall from floor to ceiling. Papers covered in careful handwriting lay scattered across a massive desk. Maps hung between the windows. This wasn't a sick room. This was a scholar's sanctuary. Marcus sat by the tall window. Full daylight streamed across his ruined face. No more hiding in shadow. You're a writer? Anna asked, looking at the pages everywhere. I try to be. His voice held old disappointment. Stories about the war. About the men who didn't come home. About what really happened there. That's important work. Some think so. Most publishers don't. Anna set down her wicker basket. Herbs, salves, clean white cloths. The tools of her trade. I need to examine the scars properly, she said. May I touch them? Marcus nodded but tensed, like he expected pain. Or disgust. Anna's fingers were gentle as spring rain. She traced each ridge of scar tissue, each rough, angry patch. He flinched once when she touched near the missing eye. Only one. Does it hurt? She asked softly. Always. But less when I'm writing. When my mind is busy. That's very good. Busy minds heal faster than empty ones. She worked in careful silence. Her touch was professional. Sure, she'd done this before. Spread healing salve with practiced skill. The scent of lavender and chamomile filled the room. This might tingle, she warned. It's warm, but good and warm. The herbs increase blood flow. Help the skin soften and heal. Daily treatment works best. Daily? Sounded uncertain. Surprise. If you can bear it, bear with me being here every day. You're easy to bear, he said quietly. Anna felt warmth creep up her neck. She focused harder on her work. Tell me about your stories, she said. What do you write about? Marcus relaxed as he talked. His voice grew stronger, clearer. He spoke of battles that weren't glorious, of young men who died far from home, of courage that looked like fear, of fear that looked like courage. No one wants to publish them, he said bitterly. A scarred duke writing sad tales about war, bad for business, they say. Then they're fools, Anna said firmly. The stories matter. Truth matters. Not what the writer looks like. He turned to stare at her. You really believe that? I know it. Truth has its own power, its own beauty. The treatment finished, Anna packed her supplies carefully. Same time tomorrow? She asked. He paused. Yes. Please. If you don't mind. I don't mind at all. She stood to leave. Paused at the door. Marcus, your stories. May I read one sometime? His good eye widened in genuine surprise. You want to? Very much. He reached for a neat stack of pages, handed them to her like they were made of glass. This one's finished, he said. About a boy from my village. He was only 16. That night, Anna read by candlelight in her small room. The words were beautiful and terrible, sad but honest. Marcus wrote of a boy who joked to hide his fear, who died saving a friend, who never saw home again. Anna cried. Just a little. For that lost boy. For all the lost boys. For Marcus, who carried their stories like stones in his heart. The next morning brought routine. Anna made breakfast. Marcus appeared at the usual time. They ate together in comfortable quiet. I read your story, Anna said. Marcus froze. And it's beautiful. Heartbreaking and beautiful. That boy, you made him real. Made him matter. You cried. Not a question. How did you know? Your eyes are still a little red. Anna blushed. I cry when stories are true, when they touch something real. Most people don't want to feel that much. Most people are missing the best parts of life then. Days fell into a gentle rhythm. Morning breakfast together. Afternoon treatments, while Marcus talked about his writing. Evening meals and quiet conversation. You're not eating enough, Anna noticed one day. Food has no taste anymore. Hasn't for months. Let me cook proper meals. Real food. Not just porridge and bread. You don't have to. I want to. I like cooking. I'm good at it. The kitchen became Anna's domain. She made hearty stews with herbs from the overgrown garden. Fresh bread that filled the house with warmth. Simple food made with skill and care. Marcus ate more. Talked more. Even smiled sometimes, when she wasn't looking directly at him. Your scar, he said, one afternoon during treatment. Does it bother you? The way people look? Every day, Anna answered honestly. But less here. Why less here? Because you see me. Not just it. You see Anna? Not just the damaged girl. He nodded slowly. I understand that feeling. I thought you might. Weeks passed, like pages turning in a gentle book. The angry red in Marcus's scars began to fade. The tight, painful skin grew softer. But more than that, something else was healing. It feels different, Marcus said. One morning, the pain is less.
You're healing, Anna said with satisfaction. Outside and inside, I think.
How do you know about the inside part? You don't hide in shadows anymore. You laugh sometimes when I tell stories. You let me help without arguing. Those are inside changes. You make it easy to change. You make it easy to help. One rainy evening, they sat by the fireplace in the main parlor. Anna mended clothes by lamplight. Marcus worked on a new story. The rain drummed against tall windows. Read to me, Anna asked. Your new story? Marcus hesitated, then began to read aloud. His voice was deep and smooth. The words painted pictures of home, of mothers waiting, of letters that would never come. Anna stopped sewing, just listened, lost completely in his world of beautiful sadness. That's extraordinary, she whispered when he finished. You think so? Really? I know so. Others will too, when they're ready to hear the truth. Anna, he started, stopped, started again. I'm glad you came here. Even though I'm just damaged goods, the words slipped out before she could stop them. His face darkened like a storm cloud. Who told you that? My mother. She wasn't wrong. She was completely wrong. His voice was fierce. Protective. You're not goods to be traded. You're not damaged beyond repair. He stopped. But his eyes finished the sentence. His voice couldn't. I'm glad I came too, Anna said softly. The fire crackled between them. Rain drummed its gentle song, but inside, everything felt warm, safe. Right. This wasn't punishment anymore. This was something else entirely. Something neither of them had expected to find. Something that might heal them both in ways deeper than skin. Gotcha. Spring arrived like a gentle promise. Anna threw open every window in the manor. Fresh air swept through rooms that had been closed too long. Dust motes danced in golden sunlight. The house began to breathe again. "What are you doing?" Marcus found her scrubbing the kitchen floor, on her hands and knees. "Cleaning," Anna said simply. "This place needs life again." "I have money for servants. You don't need to." "You don't need servants," Anna interrupted, sitting back on her heels. "You need a home. I can help make that." Marcus watched her work. Strong, capable hands. Quick, efficient movements. No complaints about the hard labor. "Then I'll help too," he said. "Your wounds need rest. Are healing beautifully thanks to you. I can work. I want to work." They cleaned together, room by room. Dust sheets came off furniture like ghosts, departing. Sunlight revealed beautiful things, long hidden. The manor slowly came alive. "This was my mother's favorite room," Marcus said. They stood in a blue parlor with tall windows. She loved watching the gardens from here. "It's beautiful," Anna said. "Though the gardens need work. You know about gardens too? Herbs, mostly. But flowers. I could learn. We could learn together." Marcus smiled. A real full smile that reached his good eye. "I'd like that." The gardens became their shared project. Morning treatments first, always, then outside work together. Pulling weeds that had taken over. Planting seeds they bought at the village market. "Careful with that seedling," Anna warned. Marcus held a delicate plant in his large hands. "I have a soldier's hands. War hands, too big for delicate things." "You have gentle hands when they need to be gentle," Anna said softly. He planted the seedling with infinite care. She was right. He could be gentle when it mattered. Evenings brought new routines that felt old and comfortable. Anna cooked dinner while Marcus set the table with his mother's good china. They ate together always. Talked about everything and nothing. "Try this." Anna offered him a spoonful of new soup. "I added herbs from our garden. It's wonderful, really wonderful. You're so talented. Just practice and good teachers." "When I was young, who taught you to cook like this?" "The head cook at Bramley Castle before." Anna touched her scar unconsciously. "Before the fire changed everything. Their loss was my gain," Marcus said firmly. After dinner, they settled by the fireplace. Anna with her mending or herb preparations. Marcus with his writing or a book. Comfortable silence wrapped around them like a warm blanket. "Another rejection letter," Marcus said one night, crumpling paper in his fist. "Which publisher this time?" "Does it matter? They all say the same thing. No market for war stories. Too depressing. Bad for sales." Anna took the letter from his hand. Read it with growing anger. "They're fools and cowards," she said. "Your words matter. Those men's stories deserve to be told. Not according to London publishers. Then we find different publishers. Or we find readers ourselves. Don't stop writing. Please don't stop." He looked at her fierce expression, saw absolute belief burning in her eyes. "All right," he said quietly. "For you, for yourself, for those brave men who trusted you with their stories." The manor transformed week by week. Anna discovered treasures everywhere. Beautiful paintings under dust. Fine furniture beneath covers. A music room with a piano that just needed tuning. "Your family had excellent taste," Anna said, running her fingers over silk wallpaper. "My mother chose everything. Father just paid the bills and stayed out of her way. Tell me about them, about growing up here." Marcus talked while they worked together. Happy memories of childhood. Sad ones of parents lost too young. No siblings to share the burden of this huge empty house. "So alone in all this space," Anna murmured. "Not anymore," Marcus said quietly. Their eyes met across the dusty room, held for a heartbeat too long, then back to work, but something sweet lingered in the air between them. Market day brought a new challenge. Anna needed supplies for her expanded healing practice. "I'll come with you," Marcus announced. "People will stare. They'll whisper. Let them stare. I'm tired of hiding from my own neighbors." The village market buzzed with morning activity. Yes, people looked. Some whispered behind their hands. But Anna walked beside Marcus with her head high, proud, unashamed. "Good morning, Mrs. Brown." Anna greeted the herb seller warmly. "Anna, dear, looking so well these days. Country air agrees with you." "Thank you. This is Duke Gray." "Marcus, this is Mrs. Brown. She has the best herbs for 3 counties. Mrs. Brown bobbed a respectful curtsy. "Your Grace." Welcome to our little market. Marcus bought herbs, asked intelligent questions, and learned both Latin and common names. Anna watched him charm the elderly woman with genuine interest. You're very good at this, Anna said as they walked to the next stall. I like learning new things, especially from you. They bought fresh bread, local cheese, and vegetables still dirty from the fields. Normal things, simple things, but it felt special somehow, like playing house, but real. That wasn't so terrible, Marcus said as they drove home in their loaded cart. You were wonderful, friendly but not condescending. Perfect. I had excellent company to give me courage. Anna's healing reputation grew. People began seeking her remedies. First just a few neighbors, then folks from surrounding villages. My son has breathing troubles, worried mothers said. My husband's back pains him terribly, wives explained. Anna helped them all. Her little herb room became a pharmacy. Marcus watched her work with growing admiration. You have a gift, he told her one evening. I have knowledge and caring. Anyone can learn this. Not everyone cares enough to learn it well. Marcus's own writing flourished. Pages piled up daily. Stories of war, yes, but also stories of hope, of healing, of second chances. Let me organize these properly, Anna offered one day. They're just rough drafts, nothing special. They're art. They deserve proper care. She sorted his stories into neat categories, made copies of the best ones, created a filing system that actually worked. You're making real books, Marcus realized, watching her work. You write enough for several books, beautiful books that will matter to people. Words help, he said simply. Like your herbs help bodies, my words help other things. Hearts, Anna said. Your words help hearts heal. One morning, Anna woke to wonderful smells from the kitchen. She found Marcus at the stove, tongue poking out in concentration. What are you doing? Making breakfast. You always cook. It's my turn. The eggs were slightly burnt. The toast is rather black around the edges. But Anna ate every bite with genuine pleasure. Delicious, she declared. Terrible, Marcus laughed. But I'll learn. We have time for me to learn. Yes, Anna said softly. We have all the time in the world. The manor lived and breathed again. Gardens grew green and lush. Rooms sparkled with cleanliness and care. Two broken people grew less broken every day. Thank you, Marcus said one evening as they sat in their restored blue parlor. For what? For seeing possibilities, where I only saw endings. For bringing life back to this place, to me. We brought it back together, Anna said. That's what matters. Days flowed into weeks like water finding its level. Work and rest, healing and growth. A real life being built by two people who'd given up on such things. Neither spoke the word love yet, but it grew between them like their garden. Steady, strong, real as the earth itself. Good. Summer brought abundance to everything Anna touched. The herb garden overflowed with healing plants. The kitchen garden provided fresh vegetables daily. Her reputation for healing spread like ripples in a pond. Teach me more, Marcus said one morning, watching her prepare tinctures. About the medicines, the healing arts. You really want to learn? It's not glamorous work. I want to understand your world. All of it. Anna showed him everything with patient care. Which plants eased pain, which helped people sleep, which fought infection and fever, which could cause harm if used wrongly. This one's dangerous, she warned, holding up dried foxglove. Too much stops the heart instead of helping it. Like stories, Marcus mused. Too much truth at once can destroy instead of heal. But the right amount, given carefully, saves lives. Marcus proved surprisingly gifted. His careful writer's hands sorted delicate leaves perfectly. His sharp mind remembered complex preparations after just one lesson. You're naturally good at this, Anna said, with growing amazement. I have excellent reasons to learn well. The village took notice of changes at the manor. The Duke appeared in public regularly now, bought supplies, made conversation, and acted like a normal neighbor instead of a bitter hermit. You look so much better, Mrs. Brown told Anna confidentially. You've worked miracles, dear. He did the hard work himself. I just helped a little. Don't be modest. We all see the difference. He's alive again. Word of Anna's healing skills reached beyond their village. People traveled from distant towns, seeking her remedies. Her little herb room could barely contain all the requests. My son has terrible breathing troubles, one desperate mother explained. The doctors can't help him. Anna examined the pale, wheezing boy with gentle hands. Made a special preparation of elecampane, coltsfoot and honey, explained exactly how to use it. 3 weeks later, the mother returned with a healthy, pink-cheeked child. He runs and plays like other children now. She wept with gratitude. How can I repay you? Just help someone else when you can, Anna said simply. Marcus watched these healings with growing wonder. You're becoming famous. People travel for days to see you. I just do what I was taught. What feels right. Not everyone has your gift for caring. Anna's confidence grew with each successful treatment. She walked taller, spoke with more authority. The timid girl who arrived in spring was becoming a respected woman. Will you come to London with me? Marcus asked one evening. Anna nearly dropped her teacup. London? Why? To find publishers who appreciate good writing. To see if the city has room for truth. You don't need me for that. Yes, I do. You give me courage. You see value where others see only flaws. Marcus, Anna hesitated. What if they're cruel? What if they stare and whisper? Then we'll leave. Together. But maybe some will see what you helped me discover. What's that? That broken things can be beautiful. Those scars tell stories worth hearing. Anna touched her own scar thoughtfully. In Marcus's eyes, it wasn't ugly anymore. It was just part of her story. Part of what made her who she was. All right, she said quietly. I'll come with you. They planned the London trip carefully. Marcus wrote letters to new publishers. Smaller ones. Independent ones who might take risks on difficult truths. Pack your best dress, Marcus told Anna. I don't have a best dress. Just work clothes. Then we'll buy you proper clothes in London. You deserve beautiful things. I don't need. You deserve them, Marcus repeated firmly. You've given me so much. Let me give you something back. The night before they left, Anna couldn't sleep. She walked in the moonlit garden, touching plants she'd nursed to health, breathing air that smelled of growth and hope. Marcus found her there. Nervous? Terrified, Anna admitted. What if I embarrass you? Impossible. You're the most graceful woman I know. I'm a scarred village girl who grows herbs. You're a healer, a teacher, a woman who brings dead things back to life. His voice was soft but certain. You're extraordinary, Anna. It's time the world knew it. London overwhelmed all Anna's senses at once. The noise, the smells, the crowds of people rushing everywhere. She stayed close to Marcus as they navigated busy streets. It's so much, she whispered. We'll take it slowly, Marcus assured her. One step at a time. Their first stop was a dress shop recommended by Marcus's banker. The proprietress, Mrs. Whitmore, took one look at Anna and smiled. Excellent bone structure, she murmured professionally. Classic features. We can work with this beautifully. Anna tried on dress after dress. Rich fabrics, elegant cuts, and colors that brought out her eyes. She barely recognized herself in the mirror. That one, Marcus said when Anna appeared in deep blue silk. His voice was rough with some strong emotion. It's too much, Anna protested. It's perfect. You're perfect. The first publisher meeting went badly. The man barely looked at Marcus's stories before shaking his head. War stories don't sell, he said dismissively. People want escape, not reminders of unpleasant realities. Anna watched Marcus's shoulders slump, saw hope drain from his face. Your loss, she said coolly to the publisher. These stories will matter long after your pretty fantasies are forgotten. Outside, Marcus was quiet. Maybe they're right. Maybe no one wants to read about pain. The right people do, Anna said firmly. We just haven't found them yet. The second publisher was different. Smaller office. Older man. Tired eyes that had seen much. Sit, please, Mr. Hartwell said. Tell me about these stories. Marcus began hesitantly. But as he talked, his passion grew. He spoke of soldiers' courage, of sacrifice, of love found in impossible places. Mr. Hartwell listened carefully. Read sample pages with growing interest. These are good, he said finally. Really good. Truth is always harder to sell than pretty lies, but it lasts longer. You'll consider them? I'll publish them. Not all at once. Start with a small collection. See how readers respond to honesty. Anna felt tears of joy prick her eyes. Marcus looked stunned. Really? You mean it? I mean it. These stories need to be told. You found the right voice for telling them. That night, they celebrated at a small, elegant restaurant. Anna wore her new blue dress with growing confidence. Marcus looked handsome, in his best coat, scars and all. To truth, Marcus raised his wineglass. To courage, Anna countered. To us, Marcus said quietly. To us, Anna agreed. The word hung between them, full of meaning neither quite dared to name yet. But it was there. Real. Growing stronger every day. Their last morning in London brought one more surprise. A letter delivered to their hotel. What is it? Anna asked, seeing Marcus's shocked expression. It's from the Royal College of Physicians. Someone recommended me for membership, based on my writing about battlefield medicine. That's wonderful. Who recommended you? Marcus read further. Dr. Harrison. He treated me after the fire. Says my descriptions of trauma care are the most accurate. He's read. You see, your words do matter. They teach as well as heal. I couldn't have done this without you, Marcus said seriously. Gave me back my confidence, my belief in myself. You were always worthy, Marcus. It just helped you remember. The carriage ride home felt different. They weren't the same two broken people who'd left. They were stronger now, more sure of themselves and each other. What happens when we get home? Anna asked, as familiar countryside appeared. We keep living, Marcus said simply. Keep growing, keep healing people. Together, together, Anna repeated softly. The words sounded like a promise, like a prayer, like the beginning of something beautiful and lasting. The manor welcomed them back with golden evening light and the scent of summer flowers. Home had never felt so sweet. Autumn painted the countryside in shades of gold and amber. Anna worked in her expanded herb garden preparing plants for winter storage. Her healing practice now drew people from across the county. Another letter came, Marcus called from the house. From London. Anna hurried inside, wiping dirt from her hands. Marcus held an official-looking envelope with trembling fingers. What does it say? The Royal College wants me to lecture. About battlefield medicine and trauma care. They're calling my work revolutionary. Anna threw her arms around him without thinking. Marcus, that's incredible. For a moment, he held her close. She felt his heart beating fast against her chest, felt the strength of his arms around her waist. Then, suddenly aware of their position, they stepped apart. I couldn't accept, Marcus said quietly. Not without you there. Me? But I'm not a doctor. You're a healer, a teacher. You know more about practical medicine than half the physicians in London. Anna's cheeks flushed with pleasure and embarrassment. They wouldn't want to hear from someone like me. Someone, brilliant and skilled and caring. They'd be fools not to listen. The days grew shorter but richer. Marcus wrote every morning now, words flowing like water from a spring. His first book was already being printed. Pre-orders exceeded all expectations. Look at this. He showed Anna a letter from Mr. Hartwell. 3 more publishers want to bid on my next collection. I'm so proud of you, Anna said, meaning every word. It's because of you. All of it. You believed when no one else would. Anna felt warmth spread through her chest. The way Marcus looked at her now, it made her feel beautiful, valuable, cherished. One evening, as they sat by the fire, Marcus set down his pen suddenly. Anna, I need to tell you something. Her heart jumped. What is it? When you first arrived, I was planning to die. Slowly, quietly, just fade away from shame and loneliness. Anna's breath caught. Marcus, but you changed everything. You saw me as a man, not a monster. You treated me like I had worth. His voice grew rough with emotion. You saved my life in every way that matters. Tears pricked Anna's eyes. You saved mine too. How? Your family sent you away, but you were never broken like I was. I was invisible, Anna said softly. Worthless. Damaged goods, remember? But you see me, really see me. You make me feel worthy of being seen. They sat in charged silence. The fire crackled. Wind rustled dying leaves outside. But inside, everything felt suspended. Wait. Anna, Marcus said carefully. I need to ask you something important. Yes? Are you happy here? Really happy? Or are you just making the best of an unwanted situation? Anna considered the question seriously. Was she happy? The girl who'd arrived 6 months ago had been miserable, rejected, and scared. This woman felt, I've never been happier in my life, she said honestly. This feels like home, like where I belong. Even with me, scars and all. Especially with you, scars and all. Marcus stood suddenly and began pacing. There's something else, something I've been afraid to say. Anna's pulse quickened. Tell me. I love you. The words rushed out like he'd been holding them back too long. I love your kindness, your skill, your courage. I love how you hum while you work. I love how you bite your lip when you concentrate. I love that you see beauty where others see only damage. Anna felt her heart soar and crash simultaneously. Marcus, I know I have no right to ask for your love in return. I know what I look like, what I am, but I had to tell you. I couldn't keep pretending it was just gratitude or friendship. Anna stood too and moved to face him. Do you know what I see when I look at you? A monster. A broken man. I see the bravest person I've ever known. I see someone who saved lives at the cost of his own face. I see gentle hands that plant flowers and write beautiful words. I see the man I love with all my heart. Marcus went very still. What did you say? I love you, Marcus Gray. I love your stories and your scars. I love your kindness and your strength. I love how you make me feel precious when the world told me I was worthless. For a heartbeat, neither moved. Then Marcus crossed to her in 2 quick strides and cupped her face in his hands. May I kiss you? He whispered. Please. His lips were soft and warm. The kiss was gentle at first, then deeper as Anna responded. She tasted tears on his cheeks, or maybe they were hers. When they broke apart, both were breathing hard. I never thought, Marcus began. Neither did I. But here we are. Here we are, he agreed softly. They held each other by the dying fire. 2 wounded souls who'd found healing in unexpected love. What happens now? Anna asked against his shoulder. Now we build a real life together. If you want that, I want that more than anything. Marriage? The word was barely audible. Yes. Oh yes. Marcus pulled back to look at her. You sure? I can offer you title and wealth, but I can't offer you a perfect face or... Anna silenced him with another kiss. I don't want perfect. I want you, just as you are. And I want you, just as you are. My brilliant, beautiful healer. They planned a simple wedding at the village church. No grand London affair, just family, friends, and neighbors who'd watched them both transform over the months. Anna's parents received an invitation, but didn't reply. Emma sent a cold note, declining to attend. It hurt, but Anna had a new family now. Marcus. Mrs. Brown from the herb stall. Dr. Harrison, who came up from London specially. The patients whose lives Anna had touched. You look radiant, Mrs. Brown said, helping Anna dress on the wedding morning. The dress was cream silk, elegant but not flashy. Anna wore her hair loose with flowers from her own garden. When she looked in the mirror, she saw a confident woman. A healer. A woman worthy of love. Marcus waited at the altar, handsome in dark blue wool. He wore no mask or concealment. His scars were part of who he was. Part of what made him the man Anna loved. When she walked down the aisle, his face lit up like sunrise. In his eyes, she was the most beautiful woman in the world, and in hers, he was the most handsome man. Dearly beloved, the vicar began. But Anna barely heard the words. She was lost in Marcus's gaze, in the promise of their joined future, in the miracle of finding perfect love in an imperfect world. I now pronounce you husband and wife. Their kiss was gentle and sure. The congregation cheered. Flowers flew like blessings. Afterward, at the simple reception in the Manor's gardens, Dr. Harrison raised his glass. To Marcus and Anna Gray, who proved that broken things, when mended with love, become stronger than they ever were before. To love conquering all someone else called. To new beginnings. To happy endings. As evening fell, Anna and Marcus walked through their transformed gardens. The manor glowed with warm light. Their friends' laughter drifted from the parlor. No regrets? Marcus asked softly. Only that it took us so long to get here, Anna replied. We needed time to become who we were meant to be. And who are we meant to be? Marcus smiled, the expression transforming his scarred face into something radiant. We're meant to be healers, teachers, writers, gardeners, and most of all, we're meant to be happy, together. For the rest of our lives. Anna reached up to trace the scars she'd learned to love. The rest of our lives sounds perfect. Under stars and moonlight, surrounded by the gardens they'd planted and the life they'd built. 2 damaged souls, celebrated becoming whole. Not perfect. They would always carry their scars, but complete, healed. Home. The unwanted daughter and the scarred duke had found something beautiful together. Something lasting, something that proved love really could conquer all, and they lived happily ever after.